Okay, now it's time to create some icons for our picture-in-picture window and handle some events for the player itself, okay? So to do that, first of all, what we need to do is create the icons. In order to do that, we create before the companion object to create this tag. We actually here down, we can start to create a function to create all these icons. To do that, we just, first of all, as we know, we need to create a target API. Here on the target API, we create a build.versioncode.o, which is Oreo. Yep, and yeah, we need to include this one. Yeah, we then now include the build, import the build, sorry, and then we function create Pip Action. Okay, so now we create the Pip Action. And here when we create Pip Action, first of all, we need to include the context. We need to pass the context, and also we're gonna pass if actually the player is playing. Okay, is playing. So, and here, this one is gonna be a Boolean. It's gonna be true or false. It's gonna be a Boolean. And this one will return a list of remote action. Cool. So now we have this one, the list of remote action. And now let's create first a pending intent. Create a constant, create pending intent. Pending intent. This one is gonna be a pending intent. Sorry. Apologize for that. It's not a pending intent. Is we return the position in a row for the picture-in-picture, and after that it's gonna be a player action. This one, yes, it will return a pending intent. Sorry. So now this one will be a pending intent, and we put equal. We open curly brackets. And this one will return two things. One is going to be the request code, and the second it will be a type. Cool. So now we have the request and type. Let me make this one a little bit bigger because we don't need this flutter out of it. Yep. Now when we have this, we inside of the create pending intent. Let me just amend this. Create pending intent. Yeah, we can create now our intent. This is the intent, and this intent will be an instance of intent, where we inside of this we're gonna put the name that we need to find the actions, which is gonna be pip delegate dot actions. No, sorry, pip is pip delegate. It's pip receiver, pip actions receiver. Sorry, and then we're gonna put the control action. We're gonna apply. We're gonna apply some things. We're gonna set the package. From the context, we're gonna get the package. And then we're gonna put extras. Here in these extras, we're gonna create a bundle of. And in the bundle of, we're gonna create pip receiver dot extra controls. And this one is going to be to type. Yep. All right. So now after this, what we will need to do is just create the pending intent. Now we have the intent, and we're going to return the pending intent. So pending intent. So the pending intent dot get broadcast. And here on this get broadcast, we need to pass 4 parameters. It's got context, request code, intent, and flag. So we're gonna pass the context. We actually send it. We actually include here when we actually get the function, create the function, context, and then the second one it was the request code. So yeah, we pass the request code, and then we pass the intent, and the fourth should be the pending intent, and then we're gonna pass the flag, which is in this case it will be flag update current. Okay, so now we have our pending intent created. Cool. So right now, after this, what we need to do is create a remote remote action as here. First of all, this one will return a list of, and here we're gonna send this list that now is empty, but we're gonna create our icons and we're gonna send it here. Okay. So first of all, as we only gonna have one variable, we're gonna switch play and pause, depends if it's playing or it's pause. We're gonna put here variable play and pause action. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is get the is playing. If is playing, then we're gonna have one remote action, and in this remote action we're gonna pass the icon, and we're gonna create this icon from resource. Okay, from resource we're gonna pass the context, and now here it's gonna be r.drawable.ic pause. Okay, 1 second. Let's include the R, the resources, and now yes, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be pause. Why? Because if it's playing, we want to see the pause, because we know the next action when we click is pause, and it's gonna be in the opposite way. If it's pause, we can click the play icon to make it playable again. So now we have this one, and now we need to include name and the description. So we can create a few resources, get string from here, from context, r.string dot, let's pay pause text, and now we can pass the description for accessibility. Let's create these two things, these two strings. We can create pause and the description, pause button. Now we have the description there, and now we're gonna create a pending intent. And this one, create pending intent. The position for this is gonna be 1, and the second is gonna be this one is gonna be pause. Okay. So as we know here, when we create the pending intent, we need to pass one position, which is this one is gonna be the position, and then this one is gonna be the action we're gonna handle. Cool. So to do when it's pause, we need to do exactly the same, and if it's not playing, then we pass exactly the same, except this. This one is gonna be play, this one is gonna be play, and this one also is gonna be play, and this action is gonna be play. Let's add some strings, play, and the description is gonna be play button. Sorry, play button. Okay, so now we have now we create this toggle for both icons itself, passing the list. You can actually create here all the icons you want. Okay, I just where we have this. We have the play and pause for this example, but you can actually put there, like a forward, and you can put there number 2 and then number 3, etc. So this one is going to be the position and on the row. Okay, so we have only these two. We pass the list off, and the next step is going to be actually make some changes here down. Okay, this intent filter, this one. It should be include here down. Okay, so this is now didn't find it because we need to get the intent filter like this. So now we have the intent filter. That's cool there, and we need to make some changes here because we want to handle the events. We want to now implement the on receiver. When we actually click on pause and play, we're gonna receive here an intent, and this is the intent we're gonna handle if it's pause or if it's play. Here, first of all, from the live data, we wanna create a private variable, and a private val, which is a constant, and we're gonna put Pip Action. Okay, this one is gonna be a mutable live data, And here, this one is the player action. It's a mutable data of player actions, and then it's gonna be a mutable live data. Sorry, I think I put it wrong. Yes, because it's mutable live data. Okay. And now to not change it from outside. So we're gonna have a variable here, which is this one is public, this one's gonna be private, and we're gonna call this one Pip Action, and this is gonna be equal to this one's gonna be action, and this one's gonna be live data, and exactly the same player action, and this one is gonna be Pip Action. So why we do it in this way is because we don't want to change the picture-in-picture action from outside from this class. So we can create this one, which is mutable. It can be changed, and we're gonna handle it. We're gonna only listen the events from outside from this one. So in this case, we will not be able to change it from outside from the class. Okay. All right. So this one, first of all, we want it there. This actually P0 and P1 is not so clear, so let's change it now. Let's call it context. So now this one is gonna be, and this one is gonna be intent. Okay, so this intent is optional. So let's pass the value, and here on the value, put get extra, get parsable extra, and we're gonna actually pass this one inside. Yeah, get parsable extra, and yeah, perfect. So now when we have the intent, we're gonna pass the parsable, and this one will be triggered, and they're gonna list the event on this variable. Okay. So yeah, another thing we need to do is we actually need to handle it from outside. So we need to listen to the event from here, from the receiver outside, to be able to get this variable. To do that, basically what we need to do is here down, when we actually after register the receiver, we need to return Pip Actions receiver. Okay, so sorry, and this one will return the Pip Action receiver. Perfect. Cool. I think everything is done here on this side. Let's go to the fragment. Into the fragment here, before we actually pass it an empty list. That's why we don't have any icon. So now what we need to do here is the following one. Let me see. Yep. So we can actually go Pip Action delegate dot create actions, and here we require activity, and this after pass the activity we need to pass the is playing. Now we pass here all the icons, and now after pass all the icons we need to listen to the events. To listen to the events, we're gonna go here. This one now it returns a action receiver. So let's create a variable receiver, and now from here, from this receiver, we can put receiver dot pip action dot observer. We're gonna pass the live and is how it's called is the live owner view life cycle owner. This one is gonna be we're gonna get here the action, get action. So sorry, action. We pass the when, and here we're gonna send, when the action is pause, then we're gonna pause, and if the action is play, we're gonna play the player. So yeah, when the action, we have this warning, and when the action, put the remaining branches, bam, we have the play and pause. Let's put the else just for good practice. Let's pass the unit, as it's nothing's gonna happen. It should never, pass play and pause, but in the future, if you press more, at least you are actually handle it, and it's gonna go here straight away, okay? So now if it's play, we're gonna get player dot play, and if it's pause, we're gonna say player dot pause. Okay. Let's see, we have an error here. Oh yes, sorry. This player is optional. Okay, so now everything, it should be clear. We include the actions, which is all the icons. From the icons itself, we create a pending intent, which is going to include an intent. Yep. We pass the list here of icons. And and we create this mutable live data, which is going to be, the pip action to listen to the changes from the private variable. And when this one changes, when we receive an intent, it's going to be handled there to the fragment. And into the fragment, we observe the changes, and depends if play is going to be play, and if it's pause, it's going to be pause. Cool. Okay, so let's try our code. So now we pause, we play, we show our mobile emulator, and let's see if everything is correct. So now let's go. Cool. So now we have this one there. We have the base. Okay, so yeah, this works as expected. We can play, pause. This looks perfect. Cool. Yeah, and we open, and it's still pause. Perfect. So yeah, this is everything for this course. I hope everything you learned here is useful for you. And please, if you have any doubts, everything wasn't not clear for you, or anything I can help else on this one, please let me know. Leave me a comment. I will reply to you as soon as possible. And if it's not, please leave me the feedback. Thank you so much. I see you in the next course.